Hello, Jonathan again. When I found out that these tests were pretty much over material we just covered, I decided to take them first, and I was happy I did. They were fun. So, I will cover first the Maslowian, assuming I can say that, test, and then the one from Kentel about 16 traits. So, first of all, the Maslow test, I was gauging how much I needed to still fulfill each level of his pyramid. And so the percentiles, low percentile, looks like it means I'm pretty much there. So I think the percentiles are what I need to grow into. So if it's a high percentile, that means I have a lot of room for growth. Low percentile means I'm almost perfect in that range. So physiological needs was 14%. That's pretty low. And that makes sense because, I'm very happy with my food, with my shelter, and with my, sleep. Sleep is 50-50, but it's a choice that I can make to get more time if I wanted to do that. And so that works pretty well. Um, yeah, safety needs. Safety needs were at 47%. That was significantly higher, and the reason is that I take too many risks, and I love gymnastics and athletics and stuff. And so every time that I answered I didn't feel always safe is because sometimes I just like to ride my bike quickly, and each bike I get, it has a different balance, and so it's kind of a struggle to relearn how to drive without handlebars and stuff. And anyway, it's fun, but I do that, and so that was the reason that my safety is a little bit higher. But college is mellowing me out. I pretty much just study these days, so it's helping. Love needs were also 47%, and I will say that seems to be it doesn't seem to need to be on the same level as safety needs. I would say safety needs are below what I need in the love category because I don't have a whole lot of friends that I can really, really connect with. And let me explain. So I grew up my whole life seeing my parents, which are both pretty much geniuses, in a town that was not a college mindset town. So they had friends from college that lived far away in Wales and in South Texas and everywhere except like where we were. And so they would get with these people every once in a while and have the best times ever. But most of the people that they reacted with on a day-to-day basis, we get along and, they're friends. But there's just not that deep intellectualness connection thing. And so I have a lot of friends. And it's wonderful to have friends that don't care about like study and science at all and thinking because it's really great just not to think sometimes, but not very often. And so you just relate to people in different ways. So I don't have a lot of friends that can say words that I have to look up. That's pretty cool if you can say it anyway. And not like Dab. Dab doesn't even have a definition. Beside my point. The point is, this is a category that I feel like I could grow in extensively. It was reminding me of the song that says, "And they'll know that we are Christians by our love." I think it's Newsboys. Just that song was going and going and going. I love it. And so this, to me, should be the most prominent of any displayed thing of a Christian. So it's a need, but it should be something that we see as fulfilled because we should be connecting with each other, helping each other, working, and showing the love of Christ. Self-esteem was also at 47%. Or not self-esteem, esteem needs, which includes self-esteem. So I'm still in school and filling out all these applications for like internships and pretty much internships. Having to put down a list of skills was the hardest thing because I feel like I'm good at pretty much everything that I've done, like tried to do. But having hard skills to actually put down, yes, I'm good at this, and it's not like basket weaving or leather work, some kind of hobby thing, it's hard. And so this summer I'm thinking about getting like my farm tech certification and probably my EMT certification, assuming I don't get an internship, of course. But just to add, because looking through all that, it was funny because I realized I don't actually have hard skills like time put in practicing something other than like studying. I have a whole lot of room to grow, and I'm happy to grow into that. That's why I came to college. And then self-actualization said I was pretty much average in that. I feel like I'm happy with myself, but I know that I'm not there yet. I'm just happy with the way that I'm on track to get there. The next test was real fun. It was a Cantel 16 trait test, and I'll just give you the highlights because 16 is a huge number when you have to like delineate points. Pretty much the highest that I got was, what is it called? It's an R. There it is, reasoning, 3.7. And so this is on a 4.0 scale. 3.7 was my highest. It says that reasoning is how good you are at abstract thinking. I love to play around with things in my head. I like tear apart buildings as an architect and float through walls with my perspective and stuff. It's cool. The things that I was lower in, like really low in, one of them was liveliness. That makes sense. That talks about the expression of my energy. I don't express much energy. I need that to live off. So I don't just go dispersing it out. And the other ones that I was low in, oh, apprehension. Very low in apprehension. So I'm pretty sure of myself. Um, Unworried, completion, secure, fear of guilt. And that's always good. A really interesting one here was rule consciousness, and I got a 2.8 out of 4. I think this was interesting because it reminded me of the whole idea, what if, the government eventually makes rules that are against our religion? And so I'm not going to be able to discuss that whole topic. I guess I don't exactly know how I feel on it. But that's just a really interesting thing for us to all think about as Christians is, what if we had to be rule conscious versus morally conscious? And what would you do there? I don't know. So I'll see y'all.